Hello again, everybody. This is Rocket Rick J18, and today I'm going to talk to you about some cards that I sent off to SGC to be graded, and then another batch of cards that I am going to send off to SGC to be graded. So here's the box that came back, and I'm going to show you the corner. You can see how the post office beat it up pretty badly. Fortunately, when I did open it to check to make sure that there was no damage to the slabs and the cards themselves, and there's a big hole punched in one side also. Fortunately, however, the cards were packed in such a way that they lay diagonally across the box, and so this corner happened to be in a corner where none of the plastic was up against the side of the box, so it just punched a hole in the cardboard that really wasn't protecting anything anyway. I mean, not directly at least. So I did open them up, and I checked them, and of course, you can't. You wouldn't realistically have expected me to check to see if there's no breakage without taking a peek at the grades. But I'm going to show them to you anyway, even though technically it's not a reveal. So first we're going to take off there's 15 cards, by the way, and all of them received a grade, which was good because I was thinking that at least 2 or 3 of these would probably come back just authentic. So not in really any particular order. A lot of these are 57 tops cards. So here's the first one. It's the Berra and Mantle card in an SGC 2, which I think is a fair grade. I would have expected that these cards would come back somewhere between authentic and 2.5, maybe 3. That's what my expectations were. And that was pretty close, although I did get a couple of cards that graded higher than that. Here's a 57 Mickey Mantle in a SGC 3, and it's off center, of course, and on the back it's also pretty much off center, but the corners look pretty nice, and the rest of the card looks pretty nice, and the fake guy right here, right here, I should say, if you can see, almost looks like those are his eyes right there, and he looks like he's wearing a black costume or something, just kind of inartfully just blacked out. So anyway, I'm very happy with this. This is that one grade difference is several $100s on this card. So, and these are cards that I've had in my collection for a pretty long time that were duplicate cards, because in my the binder that I have for the 57 set, all of these cards are in there. So here's a Willie Mays in an SGC 1. Looks pretty good for a 1. I think Adam at Vintage Sanctuary would say this is an amazing 1. So, no pun intended. Well, yeah, there was a pun intended. So that's Willie. Here's an Ernie Banks in a 2.5. Just take the glare off that a little bit if I can. Again, pretty nice looking card. Back looks good. Just show it to you vertically. Corners are pretty square, reasonably so. Here's a Hank Aaron in an SGC 1. And if you notice, you can observe some tape marks at the top and bottom of the card. So, if it wasn't for the tape marks, I think it would probably have gotten a grade or two higher. But with tape marks, you're probably never going to get more than 1. Here's the 57 Topps Dodgers Slugger card, which is one of the 2 multiplayer cards in the set. And it's, technically not the first Topps multiplayer card. Some of you will remember the O'Brien brothers for the Pittsburgh Pirates had a card with both of them depicted on it in the 54 Topps set. And here's, I think this is the highest card that was graded in the 15 that I sent in. It's the Don Drysdale rookie card in SGC 4.5. Well, that's a pretty nice card. And here's a Yogi Berra in an SGC 3. I think this might have been kind of a charitable grade because there's some definite corner wear, and it's with the crease in the top, whatever that is, right hand corner. I'm not very good at spatial orientation in reverse and looking at it on the screen. So anyway, glad to have that grade. Here is a 1955 Sandy Koufax rookie in an SGC 1, and you can see that it has pretty fair corner wear. There's some scrapes and scratches on the card right up here by Sandy's hat, on his hat. Let's see if there's some wear and tear on the face of the card, but nevertheless, it is a Sandy Koufax rookie card. So it's worth something, and I'm hoping that maybe I can take some of these cards to the National and use them as to make trade for something that I want better. And I still have the card. In the binders, so I think it would be a pretty fair deal. Here is a Larry Doby 56 Topps card in an SGC 4. Nice card. And back to the 57s. Here's a Ted Williams in an SGC 1. And you can see that it's got some wear and tear on it, but still not a bad looking card. And a wonderful one, to borrow a phrase from my friend Adam. Here is another SGC 4.5, and that's Roy Campanella. That's a pretty good grade for your second round of cards. And here is a 57 Topps Mini Minoso in an SGC 1. And this card has a pretty major crease, or creases right through here. They don't show up very well on the TV screen. I can't really see them, but they're there. So it's a fair grade. And here is another mini Minoso card from the 57 Bowman set. And you can see that it's kind of miscut because over here on this side, there's the part of the dark brown border, presumably from the card next to it. So there's Mini Minoso 2.5. Again, not a bad grade. It's got a little more corner wear than average, so that's probably a pretty charitable grade. And here is another Larry Doby, 57 tops with in an SGC 3. And that card is in pretty good shape. I mean, I don't think you could stab yourself with these corners, but you know, you might raise a welt. So all in all, very pleased, except for the wear and tear on the box, which I guess I can't blame SGC for. I'm sure the box looked good when they put the cards in it, in other words. So these cards will go into my graded card box and await possible use as trade bait at the National for something I'd like to have better. And you know, I think with the Mantle, 57 Mantle, and the 55 Koufax, even though they're lower grade cards, that they still have, you know, some value, and you know, together with the other cards, you know, might add up to enough to make a down payment on something. So we'll see what happens. Now I'm going to show you 15 cards that have not been sent away to be graded. And I'm going to take them out of the fine job I did at protecting them, because I did this before I decided I was going to show them on this video. So I'm going to have to just open this up enough to okay, there we go. Get the cards out. So I've got a nice stack of cards here. Again, I'm thinking that there's 15, so we'll find out here in a minute. But these are cards that again, just like the ones that I showed you, I'm going to grade, except for the primary focus of this stack is Frank Robinson. So I'm going to start out with his 1974 Topps card with Frank as a California Angel. And here is a 1971 Frank Robinson with the Baltimore Orioles. And this is a high number too, by the way, number 640. Here's a 1968 Topps Frank Robinson. And it looks pretty decently centered for a 68. The next card I'm going to show you is a multiplayer card. which has Frank Robinson and Brooks Robinson on it. And this card has been autographed by Brooks Robinson, which I got in person, unbelievably enough, for $5. And I think it was just $5. I mean, you got as much as you wanted. And I had, a couple of pictures, had this card, had a couple of other cards, maybe a Pacific card and another Topps card, an individual card of Brooks Robinson. And it was at a local Sam's Club of all places. And it was just him. I mean, they brought him to our little hometown to sign cards for $5 at the. I mean, it just shows you what a nice guy he was. I mean, who would do that? I don't know. Here's a 1966 Frank Robinson card, a Topps card. And, this, of course, is his Triple Crown year, his first year with the Orioles. And it's what we call a BHNH, which stands for Big Head, No Hat, which is absolutely the worst. I'd rather see him in a Reds hat with, airbrush the logo out, or if you felt like you had to do something. But ridiculous that so many of these cards, I mean, they just don't look good. And here's a great year to have a great card, and they kind of boogered it up. So there you go. That's my rant. Thank you, Topps. Here's a 1963 Frank Robinson Topps card, and I think this card looks great. It's got some corner issues, a little wear, and it's got a little stain in the top left-hand corner, but no creases, so I like it. I said 1963, didn't I? Obviously, this is 1965, and here's the 1963. Still Frank, though. Here is a card from his other MVP season in the National League when he was with the Cincinnati Reds. And this is a high number. It is the Frank Robinson All-Star, the 1961 Topps set. And here is Frank in the 1960 Topps set, and this is not a high number, but it's up there from the card number 490. So, but not in high numbers. Here is one of I think one of the best looking of Frank Robinson's cards. This is a 1959 Topps, and it's pretty well centered. No creases, not a whole lot of corner wear. The bottom left or bottom right corner, this one, has a little, just a little bit of a roughness to it that would no doubt lower the grade a little bit, but still, maybe a 3, maybe higher. And here's another Frank Robinson. This is his 1958 Topps card. And here is a 1958 Topps All-Star card of Frank Robinson. Got some wear and tear issues, but not bad. And it's a high number card. Now here's a couple of cards that I think you're going to like. They're not Frank Robinson cards, but this one is a Carl Yastrzemski rookie card. Again, not in bad shape. Card number 148, 1960 top set. First year card for Carl Yastrzemski. And here's his Rookie Cup card from the next year, 1961 tops. Much better looking card. Although I think it's probably the same picture, same photograph of Carl. If it isn't, it's pretty darn close. I think it is. Okay. And then the last card that I have to show you is from the 1967 top set. And this is a high number card with Rod Carew in the rookie card with Hank Allen, who is Dick Allen's younger brother. Played for the Washington Senators a little bit, the second go-round. Of course, you know that the Twins are the original Washington Senators, so there you go. And the other thing is that Hank Allen, younger brother of Dick Allen, rookie card for Rod Carew. So that's all I have to show show you today. I almost said it's all I have to show for you today. It'd be kind of a tortured grammar, I guess you'd call it. But that's what I have to show for you. And so this is Rocket Rick J18, wishing that all your collecting dreams come true, and you don't get anything back in the mail in a dinged up postage box. There we go.